It's up. Alright. So this is the last chapter of Traction, and then after this I'm going to start on The Father of Spin, about Edward Bernays, which I've already read a couple chapters in, and it's a really good book. So for the last chapter is basically a final wrap-up of the entire book. And what he just talks about is he gives his recommended order of implementation that he uses when he works with companies. And so to start, this starts with creating a accountability chart, and then also a GWC analyzer. So get it, want it, and capable of doing it. After that, you establish your rocks, so the goals that you want to complete within the next 90 days as an entire company or company, organization, whatever you want to call it. Then after that, you create a meeting pulse, and then IDS level 10 meetings. So identify, discuss, and then solve the problem, and get better at having so you can have good meetings on a weekly, productive meetings on a weekly basis, and then also establishing them quarterly and annually. And then after that, doing a scorecard. So what that is basically the numbers that you can track on a weekly basis that they're able to give an accurate depiction of how if your business is doing well or if it's doing poor, that are basically indicators of sales before they happen or if they don't happen, so that you can keep track of stuff along the way, so that you can make corrections before the end of the year. And then after that, doing the vision chart, your vision, business plan with your core values, and then your core focuses for 10 years, 3 years, and then 1 year, as well as your marketing strategy. And then after that, going through this 3-step process of documenting how you do stuff. And once you master that, then you get to the point where everybody has a number. And so what this has to do is from a top-down implementation. So once everything works with your leadership team, and then you can start to once the leadership team is good, then you can have those people in charge of their departments go through and make sure that implement the same sort of plans with their individual departments. And then once you're able to do that through each department, then you're able to establish a number for everybody, which basically the number is what their main focus is. That shows whether or not they're being productive. So for instance, an easy one is like sales. If you're hitting your daily and weekly sales mark, then everything's good. And if you're not, then you have to reevaluate and see if you can make any corrections, or try to figure out what the issues are. And he also talked about that every single buddy had a number, even down to the receptionist. And the number that he gave for the receptionist was 2 rings good, 3 rings bad. So basically, once you're able to establish that accountability all the way down, then as long as you have the right people there, it gives people a lot more. It allows people to kind of have a lot more passion for their job, because then they have an idea of how they're doing and what they need to strive for, so it makes it easier to stay focused on a daily basis. So I hope this was helpful and that you guys enjoyed this. Not that anybody's really watching, because I've seen on the video on the views on YouTube that haven't gotten really any more views, and haven't gotten any more subscribers. I actually have less subscribers than when I started before. But you know, I guess to be honest, this is more for me than it is for everybody else. So, peace.